guys, here is the math page for Thursday, May 21st. We got some math boxes. So in our first one, we need to solve by figuring out what the missing number is, okay? So the first one, we have 45. We need to add something to get us up to 50, okay? Here we have 61 plus something to get us up to 70, 87 plus something to get us up to 90, and 33 plus something to get us up to 40. Okay, so you want to go ahead and fill in those missing numbers by counting up. You can use a number line. You could use your number grid. Well, okay, you're not going to use a number line because these numbers are too big, but you could use your number grid if you needed help with that. In my building, there are 15 dogs, 13 cats, and 12 birds. How many pets are there in all? So we've got 3 different numbers that we need to add together to find out how many pets there are in all, and we know that we're adding because we've got in all right there, okay? Measure this line segment in centimeters. So we're gonna measure this here, okay, and tell how many centimeters it is. Then we're gonna go ahead and draw a line segment that is 3 centimeters shorter than the one above. Now, I'll go ahead and use my ruler. If you have one, you can take it out and we can work on it together. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and measure this line segment in centimeters. If you have your ruler, you can get it out. So now remember, mine doesn't have that little end on it, so I can go ahead and start it right at the very end. So when I look closely, I can see that it is about 9 centimeters. So on my line, I'm gonna go ahead and write 9 centimeters. Now, they want me to draw a line segment that is 3 centimeters shorter. Well, if it's 9 centimeters and I need to do one that's 3 centimeters shorter, I'm going to take away those 3 centimeters, and I know that 9 minus 3 is 6. So I need to draw a line segment that is 6 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to start my here, and I'm going to try to do this. I don't know how well this is going to work. Okay, so sorry guys. I'm going to start it at the end, and I'm going to draw a line segment that is about 6 centimeters. Okay. It's a little bumpy because I kept moving the ruler, but there we go, about 6 centimeters. And then it said, what is the length of the line you drew? 6 centimeters. Okay, then over here, solve. You can draw a diagram to help. In the morning, it was 60 degrees. At noon, it was 75. How much did the temperature change? Okay, when we did these, we usually did the start, change, end. Okay, and we have our arrow here. So why don't you go ahead, use this little diagram, or you can draw that diagram to go ahead and fill in those numbers, and then you're going to write a number model and answer the degrees in Fahrenheit. Okay, the last one, how did you answer the numbers in problem 2? Explain your strategy. You can do that one if you want, or you can exit out. Okay, so I'm going to have you go ahead, pause your video to do your work, and when you come back, we'll go over the answers. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go over the answers. Okay, up here we had some missing numbers. Now, what I did to help figure out the numbers that was missing was that I looked at my ones place. So I had 45 plus 5, or 45 plus something equals 50. Well, I know if I added 5 more, that would bump my tens place up, and that would give me 0, and that would give me the 50 that I needed, okay? Because I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. To get 70, I knew that I had 61, okay? And I knew that 1 plus 9 was 10, which would get me up to 70, okay? I knew 87 plus a number equals 90. Well, I know that 7 plus 3 is 10, and then when I add that 80 more, that gives me 90. And then 33 plus something gives me 40. Well, I know that 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 30 more would be that 40. So here we're kind of finding those different combinations of 10 to help us get up to that next number. In my building, there are 15 dogs, 13 cats, and 12 birds. How many pets are there in all? There were a few different ways you could do this. We could add the first two, 15 plus 13, which gave us 28, and then add our 12, which gives us 40. You could add your tens first. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 gave me 30. And then 5 plus 3 plus 2 would give me 10, and then 30 plus 10 equals 40. Or we could do that traditional addition we've been practicing, line them all up, add up my ones, 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10. I put my 0 here and I carry my 10 over, and then 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, 4 10s gives me 40. So several different ways you could show that. We already did this one together. So then this one we had to fill in our start, change, and end diagram, okay? So we knew that it was started at 60 and it ended at 75. So we want to know what was the change. So our number model could have been 60 plus blank equals 75. And I knew that I had to add 10 more to get to 70 and then 5 more to get to 75. So the change was 15, and you didn't have to do this one down at the bottom. But if you did, you could talk about one of these strategies that you used up there. So here are the answers for math lesson 7-5 for Thursday, May 21st. Good job, everyone.